Make your mouthpiece obese like Delarice. When I release, you lose teeth like little C's. Nigga, please, blood flood your dungarees. And that's just the half on my war path. Laugh now, cry later. I rhyme greater than the average player hater. And spectators buy my CD twice. They see me in the streets, they be like, yo, he nice. But that's on the low though. Be the cats with no dough. Try to play me at my shows. I pull out 4 foes and go up in their clothes. Short change niggas, snort cane niggas. Extortion came quicker, bought the range nigga, it still tickle me. I used to be as strong as Ripple B, till little C's cripple me. Now I play hard like my girl's nipples be. The game sour like a pickle bee. Y'all know the rules, move from BK to New Jerusalem. Think about all the planes we flew, bitches we ran through. Now the year's new, I lay my game flat. I want my spot back, take 2. Motherfuckers mad cause I blew, niggas envy us. Too many niggas on my dick, shit strenuous. When my men bust, you just move with such stamina. Slugs missed ya, I ain't mad at ya. We ain't mad at ya. Blood rushing, concussion.
Hey, Mario's already mad, look at him.
Cases come out frontin', smoking something. Sipping white Russian, bitch in the Benz bumping. I laced it with the basic. 6 TVs, a system, knocking Mace shit. Face it, we hard to hit. Guard your shit before I stick you. For your re-up, wipe the pee up. Lick shots, woke your seat up. Go in the ashtray, spark the weed up. Long kiss.
Clemson fans piss me off.
I'm flaming gas, aiming at you fucking maniacs. Put my name in rap. Part the game is that, like they hustle backwards. I smoke backwards and Dutchies. You can't touch me, try to rush me. Slugs go touchy touchy. You're bleeding lovely with your spirit above me or beneath me. Your whole life you live sneaky. Now you rest eternally sleepy. You burn when you creep me. Rest where the worms in the week be. My 9 flies, baptized, rap guys with the Holy Ghost. I put holes the most, you hold your toes shaky. Slipping trying to break me, look what you made me do. Brains blue, my team in the marine blue. 6 coupe, skeet it out, weed it out, clean it out. The block for distances, giving long kisses, bitch.
Hey, make sure you hit the thumbs up because YouTube really cares, even if your boy does not.
The medicine, corn's the medicine. I got the medicine. You turn green like cucumber skin. Got the new Hummer in the summer when I was the newcomer then. Drugs and Mac 10s, hug from fake friends. Make ends, they hate you. Be broke, girls won't date you. That's why I relate to. Choke your ass out till your face blue. Make you open the safe too. No matter how you call it, This brolic, alcoholic, like it's weed greened out, like it's brick solid.
Hey, welcome to the off-season, motherfuckers.
Like Valentine, drink Valentine all the time. Slug hit your chest, tap the spine. Flatline, heard through the grapevine. You got fucked 4 times. Damn, that 3 to 9 fucked you up for real though. Swing still slow. Has your remorse, we feel no.
See, the fucked up thing is that I love you. You know what I'm saying? It's just in my nature to love you. I can't hate you, cause it's not in my nature to hate you. You know, I don't know, maybe I'm a different type of individual. But you have me on the line, and there's a thin line between love and hate. And God forbid I cross that line. So I'm not gonna give a fuck. I'm telling you right, motherfucking now. The shit y'all done started is never gonna stop. It's never gonna stop. We're not talking about no other rappers. We talking about you, motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about. We coming for you. We coming for you. I'm gonna make you love me, baby, 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 baby. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Show starts in 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Niggas in my faction don't like asking questions. Strictly gun testing, coke measuring, giving pleasure in the Benzito, hitting fannies, spending chips at Manny's. Hope you creeps got receipts. My peeps get dirty like cleats. Run up in your crib, wrap you in your polo sheets. 6 up in your wig piece, nigga deceased. Why? May you rest in peace with my
Bullshit!
4-4 and 54 drawers. As my pilot, stairs my lair. Yes, my dear, shit's official. Only the feds I fear. Here's a tissue. Stop your blood clot crying. The kids, the dog, everybody dying. No lying. So don't you get suspicious. I'm big dangerous, you're just a little vicious. As I leave my competition, respirator style. Climb the ladder to success, escalator style. Hold y'all, breath I told y'all. Death controls y'all, big don't fold y'all. I spit phrases that'll thrill you. You're nobody till somebody kills you. You're nobody till somebody kills you. Nobody till somebody kills you. Watch Casino, I'm the hip-hop version of Nicky Tarantino. Ask Nino, he know. Green with envy, the green tempts me to make the rich the enemy and take their cheese, take their spot, take their keys, make my faculty live happily ever after in laughter. Ha, never seen Cristal pour faster until the bastards, knucklehead squeeze lead. 3 of mine dead, nothing left to do but tear they ass to shreds, leave them in bloodshed. Incidents like this, I take trips, lay up in Miami with Tamika and Tammy. Some Creole, CO bitches I met on tour. Push a peach, legend coupe, gold teeth galore. Told me meet them in the future later. They'll take me shopping, buy me lavender and fuchsia gators. Introduce me to player haters and heavy raiders. Rich bitch shit, drinking Cristal till they piss the shit. Thorough bitches, adapt to any borough bitches. Be in spots where there were no bitches. You feel me? Reminisce on dead friends too. You're nobody till somebody kills you. You're nobody till somebody kills you.
I don't wanna die. God,
you're nobody till somebody kills you.
I don't wanna die. God,
you're nobody till somebody kills you.
I don't wanna die. God,
you're nobody till somebody kills you.
I don't wanna die. God, tell me why.
You could be the shit, flash the fattest 5, have the biggest dick, but when your shell get hit, you ain't worth spit, just a memory. Remember he used to push the champagne range. Silly cat, wore suede in the rain. Suede put the G in game. Had the Gucci frame before Dana Dane. Thought he ran with pain, I can't recall his name. You mean that kid that nearly lost half his brain over 2 bricks of cocaine? Getting his dick sucked by crackhead Lorraine. A fucking shame, Duke the Lane. What's his name? Dark skin Jermaine. See what I mean? You're nobody till somebody kills you.
I don't wanna die. God,
you're nobody till somebody kills you.
I don't wanna die. God,
you're nobody till somebody.
Oh, Pigskin Pete is an island boy. and amazing and fantastic, yo. They got the best college football YouTube channel. Yeah, a huge college football fan, we understand. It's the Clemson Tigers. They rep it to the top. And the ACC, yo. And the live shows are so underrated on YouTube. We want to say shout out PigskinPeete. We want to say shout out PigskinPeete. Coming from the island, boys. You better keep it like it's our grind. Tell that boy you better keep that gun. I'ma do it while I'm staring at the sun. I've been really out to fool gazing. I've been in the pool, I'm staying. I'll pull it like I'm super saiyan. Yeah. And you the best, so keep on going. Don't let no one stop you, yeah. Alright, PigskinPeete, keep doing your thing. You got it from the island, boy. Yeah, we out, man.
The hell? That. What is up, everybody? It is your boy, PigskinPeete. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Welcome to the most underrated college football calling show on all of YouTube. Guess what, folks? Yeah, it's officially the off season. You might want to buckle up around here. If you're new to YouTube and the off season and the college football game, you might want to buckle up. If you might get your feelings hurt easily. If you do, you might want to log off till about August, because this is it's talking season. Talking season actually started before the official off season. I know that the games end in January. That's not the off season. May through August is the off season. I call it the dark ages. And I'm going into year 5 on YouTube, and the dark ages are actually some of my favorite times on YouTube. The gloves come off. There's nothing else to do. There's nothing to talk about. I mean, you might hear somebody transfer here or there. You might hear somebody go on probation here or there. I'm talking to you, LSU and Arizona State. But other than that, there's really nothing to talk about. But there's like 2 or 3 fan bases that I love to mess with during the off season, and they make it easy. South Carolina, that goes without saying. Miami, that goes without saying. Who's the other one? That might be it. Well, there's definitely more, but they are at the top of the list. Certainly in the ACC, Miami tops the list every year. Clemson Wannabees. Clemson Wannabees. Is there a more delusional fan base in all of America than Miami? I don't think so. It's like, when you're like, if you play the Pick 3 lottery, I don't know what state you guys live in, but if you play the Pick 3 lottery every single day, 7 days a week, and you play the same numbers, eventually you're going to hit those numbers. Now, you might spend $2,000 trying to win $500, but eventually you're going to hit those 3 numbers. And then you go, look, I've been playing these same 3 numbers. I told you I was going to win eventually. That's Miami. That is Miami. They poke their head up every offseason, pretending like they're going to be some sort of... They need to go through progressions. You know how when they talk about quarterbacks need to go through progressions? And they go, he only hits his first read. He's not an NFL quarterback. He only hits his first read. He doesn't go through his progressions. Miami fans never go through progressions. They go from being a bottom dweller in the second worst conference in America for 20 fucking years to every offseason they're going to be a playoff contender. It never fails, Jack. It never fails. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Miami fans. Matter of fact, they are some of my favorite fans on all of YouTube. So don't take it the wrong way. I mean, you guys do this to yourselves. I'm just pointing it out. That's all. And I think a lot of you guys even know what I'm talking about too. You might not say it, you Miami people, but you know what I'm talking about. You might not say it, but you know what I'm talking about. So good luck this year. I mean, Miami was so great last year. Last year, they're going to win a national title and win the ACC too. Remember that? They were so great last year that they fired their coach, their entire coaching staff. The only person they kept on the payroll was Ed Reed, who's the chancellor of whatever the fuck they're doing over there. I don't even know what they're paying this guy for. Then they go out and hire Clemson's athletic director, Dan Radakovich. And now they think they're going to be Clemson because they hired the athletic director. Dabo Swinney was Dan Radakovich's boss. Dan Radakovich was like, hey, Dabo, sir, do I have permission to go to Miami? Dabo was like, yeah, we don't need you, bro. Get out of here. Go down there and do something. Try to do something with that trash program. Good luck with that, bro. We'll be fine right here in Clemson, South Carolina. We'll be just fine. Anyway. Any Miami people want to come on here? If your feelings aren't hurt. Don't get your feelings hurt over here, please. We don't need that. The StreamYard link is in the description of the video. I posted it in the chat. If some of my moderators could help me out periodically throughout the show and post the StreamYard link in the chat, I would surely appreciate it. There's also a super chat option and a PayPal and Cash App link in the description of the video if you want to support the show. I do not monetize my live shows because I choose to play barely listenable rap music in my intros. And so YouTube does not give me any money for any views. Let's see who's in the chat, and then we'll get right to the StreamYard. Look at this, man. The first person that commented, my man, one of my very good friends, by the way, a Miami man, Traveling Fools, Brennan. Yes, sir. He says, yo, 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 yo. He's one of the non-delusional Miami fans. One of the very few. What's up, Matt Dummett, Kevron Harris, Sir UGA, Rat Dogs in the house. Mario Chris the Goat. See what I'm talking about here? He says, we took your AD. No, we gave him to you. You didn't take shit. Don't lose to North Carolina every year and then come around talking about you're going to be dethrone Clemson, sir. Baby steps. Try to win your fucking division first. That would start. I mean, that's a start. Nobody wants to be like Clemson. Really? Nobody, sir.
That is bullshit! That is bullshit!
Nobody wants to be Clemson in the ACC? Is that the leg you're going to stand on? Can't play offense to save their lives. We'll see. You got to come to Death Valley this year. Keep that same energy. You're going to need it. David Atkins, Mayhem Matthew, Christopher McDavitt, B. Bean. B. Bean says Clemson fans piss him off.
Clemson fans piss me off.
Don't be a nut hugger. WB2DX. Goose Sports is in the house. What's up, Battle Angel? Mrs. Peete is in the house. Captain Trips. Nate the Great. Don't be. Hey, guess what? You know what Nate sent me? Nate sent me a TikTok message, which I didn't even know you could do that, but apparently you can. He sent me a message on TikTok and said that he is no longer a two-teamer. We all know Nate's a two-teamer. A Nebraska fan and a Michigan fan. Well, apparently, according to Nate, he has given up on the Cornhuskers. He is no longer a Cornhusker man. Only a Michigan man. And I would like to go ahead and applaud him for that. I'm proud of you, Nate. I'm proud of you for not being a two-teamer anymore and choosing the better of the two programs, the Wolverines. Good job, buddy. Rick Sanchez. Dylan Delhoney. Chase Woods. Realistic one. Let the big dog eat. Because you can't talk about UGA. I don't know if he's talking about me. I could talk about anybody, sir. I mean, I don't know how long you've been around here. You should know that by now. Talk about anybody. Tiger Nation, what's up, brother for life? Zona Tucson 93, our resident Pac-12 man. Sure, UGA says the best thing in Miami is Cuban sandwiches. That's probably true. That's probably true. Luke Walker. Whoa. I just got here and my heels are catching strays. I'm repeating what you said last night on the ACC show. Can't even beat North Carolina. Now you're running around talking about being Clemson. You said it, not me. Thank you for the super chat, Dylan Deloney. Miami is the most overrated team in football. Well, they have been for 20 years. Motivated, dedicated. Kirby owns college football and the NFL. Deal with it. Sir. Congratulations on the national championship. And congratulations for beating Clemson, the worst Clemson team in a decade, and the best defense in college football in the past 20 years, or maybe ever, by 7 points. Good job. But you know what? To the victor goes the spoils. Georgia deserves. I mean, there's nothing you can say to Georgia. They won it all. So there you go. Enjoy it for the next 3 months. P. Digits is here. Tiger Paw Craven. The real MVP. Miami can't even beat Virginia, but yet they believe they're going to win. Well, I mean, look. Miami's been talking about winning the ACC for 19. I think this coming year is their 20th year. They've been in the ACC for 19 years. In that time span, how many teams have won the ACC? Some years, the worst conference in college football. Of late, the second worst. I'd say the Pac-12 has taken that crown over the past 4 or 5 years. Imagine being a team that talks every single season about winning national championships and can't even win a shit conference. But here we go again. It's like Groundhog Day. Wake up every morning, check my mentions, check the interwebs, check the Google machine, and here we go. Miami's going to win a national championship, skipping right over all the other steps that lead up to that. Winning your division, for one. A division that 9 out of the last 10 years has been won by different teams. Winning your conference. Let's start there. What's up, Baylor, man? Bulldog JC is bored. He says good night. Good night, sir. Wahoo Brad. Man, there's a team that's won the ACC. Imagine that. Imagine that. All right, let's see who's in the StreamYard thing here. The link to the StreamYard is in the description of the video. Thank you. I'm going to take you guys in the order you came in on. So Sit Tight, Goose Sports, and Mayhem Matthew. What's up, Edward?
Hey, how's it going, Pete? How you doing on this excellent Wednesday night?
I'm amazing and fantastic. How you doing?
Oh, I'm amazing and fantastic as well. Yeah, we're talking about Miami here. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with Dylan. They are the most overrated team, and since they've been in there, 17 years, 19 years, however long they've been in the ACC, they haven't won it. All the other teams that are in the ACC, including mine, have won the ACC. Your team, Clemson, they've won the ACC. I mean, every team in the ACC's won it except Miami. I can tell you that.
Uh-huh. Well, you are a Florida State man, are you not?
Yes. I mean, I'm a fan of Florida State, yes. But, I can like a lot of other teams, like I do like Clemson too, I do like Georgia as well, And there's nothing wrong with liking more than one team.
Well, I disagree with that. There's definitely something wrong with liking more than one team.
Say being a two-teamer's wrong.
Well, not wrong.
No.
That's not the right word for it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, as far as Miami goes, and they also, like Uncle Lou said, they rotate coaches about every 3 to 4 years. And that's about right. Which is pretty much why they can't win the ACC. So I was thinking of either clowning Miami or Gator Tooth 615.
I don't know. Edward, do you have any? The name that you put on your StreamYard here is the Master Trash Talker. Is that true?
Oh yes, I came up with that name.
I know people don't look. I'm just go ahead and we'll clear the air here. A lot of people don't like you, Edward.
I know one that doesn't, and I'm not saying the guy's name.
Let me finish. There's a lot of people who don't like Edward, both on the Lunch Money Show with me and Uncle Lou. And there's a lot of people who don't like you when you show up here either.
That's their problem.
I am not one of those people, obviously, because either I wouldn't put you on otherwise.
Exactly. Lou would be the same way.
Right. But this is the trash talking season.
Yes.
And so for the next 3 months, that's pretty much what we do around here.
Exactly.
So go ahead and give it your best. Who are you trash talking today?
Let's see. Since this is trash talking season, I was thinking I could go Miami.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. That's right in the title of the video. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, have at it, sir.
Babe, Miami, it's time for you to get your. And by the way, Slim Shady Cames, I like you, but you don't piss me off at all. I do like you and respect you. So, anyway, okay, let me go ahead and So Miami, it's time for y'all to get your asses into the clowning box, take your medicine, eat your crow. And hey, guess what, Miami? No buffet for you. Well, Miami, you've been in the ACC for what? 19 years, and you still haven't figured out a way to win the ACC. Why don't you explain that to me? Okay, Miami fans, not you, Slim Shady King, just Miami fans piss me off. I mean, I'm glad y'all got rid of that stupid, dumbass turnover chain. I mean, I was getting bored of that. You rotate coaches every 3 to 4 years. It's ridiculous. Why don't you get a recruiting class that can actually win the ACC? Y'all run around on the field every single effing day. And we got 5 national titles. We got 5 national titles. We're going to win the ACC. Clemson's won the ACC. Wake Forest has done it. Duke's done it. All the other teams, Clemson, all the teams, even my team, all teams that are in the ACC have won the ACC. They've won their conference, and if they've won the national title there too, then they've done it. But at least I know they've won their conference. Miami, you still have not won your conference. So stop running around on the stupid field saying you're going to win the ACC conference. Okay, if you're going to say you're going to win the ACC conference, back it up. Back it up, you dumbass pricks. That's what it's time to do. Back it up. Enough talk. Back it up. You know, God, it's so ridiculous. You know, when are you guys going to ever back it up? You know, this is why Miami fans just piss me off, and not you, Slim Shady Canes. I like you. You know, you run around, talk about your 5 national titles. Okay, here, let me give you a little example. Okay, Harvard has won 12 national titles and claims 7. Are they good today? Let's see. Yale's got 18 national titles. University of Pennsylvania has 8. And Princeton has about, 26 or 27 national titles? All combined have about, over 100 national titles. Are all those teams good today? Answer me that, Miami. If you can't answer that, there's got to be, you almost have an IQ of 20 or 30 or something? Maybe even 0. Oh, my God, y'all just make me so effing sick. I want to just throw up. Oh, Miami, you're in my trash can. Do you see Miami in here? Do you see them in here? Miami is garbage. Jesus Christ, Miami, you're so garbage. Enough talk. Back it up.
Hey, Edward. Edward, do you remember a couple of years ago when they were talking about Mario Cristobal was like the second coming of Jesus, and he was going to replace Nick Saban at Alabama? Remember that? And then they were saying that Oregon was going to make the college football playoff, and they were recruiting out of their mind. And Mario Cristobal, I mean, he's great. Couldn't even succeed in the Pac-12, could he, Edward?
No.
And then there's no Clemson in the Pac-12, is there, Edward? No, of course there isn't. Yeah. Does Miami have Nike money, Edward?
Oh, that's what
Of course not.
I don't think they do.
Of course not. So Mario Cristobal comes to Miami, hires a bunch of washed up head coaches that got fired from their jobs for not being good head coaches, and now they're saying they have the dream team head coaches. And then what do, Edward? They go out and solicit Clemson's athletic director, thinking that getting their Clemson's athletic director is going to make them as good as Clemson, didn't they, Edward? And then you know what else they did, Edward? Then they went and hired Ed Reed, a former Miami player, and hired him as the chancellor, and thought that was going to help them out too, Edward. Didn't they do that? What happened? Man, it's sad over there.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you. And like I said with Miami, they talk about their 5 national titles. Let me ask you something, Miami. Are those 5 national titles helping you today?
No.
Are you
Bullshit!
All right. All right. Thank you, Edward. That was amazing.
You're welcome, man.
And fantastic.
See you Monday.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Edward checking in. What's up? You're on with Pete.
Hey, what's up, Pete? What's going on, man?
Goose Sports checking in. What's up, buddy? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, I'm low key in your chat, so
That's all right.
How you been doing?
I've been doing great. How you been doing? It's the off season now.
Just doing the YouTube grind, man. You know how the YouTube grind is.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you know how their notifications work. They don't. So
Yeah.
But yeah. So this is the off season. We're nothing much is going on.
Well, for those who don't know, Goose Sports is a sports YouTuber. He's also an LSU fan, a New Orleans Saints fan. Go ahead and tell the people exactly everything you cover on your channel.
Yeah, I mean, I do Saints, LSU, and the Pelicans. The Pelicans surprised me in the playoffs. That was surprising. I didn't think the Pelicans were gonna, play that well against the Suns. So I do them mainly, but then I do a lot of Yankee streams, mainly because they come on in a reasonable time for me. Uh-huh. They come on at like 6 o'clock my time, and they're over at 9. So I'm not up like Bad Dog. Bad Dog does Laker games, and he's up to like 1 o'clock in the morning every day. I have no idea how Bad Dog does that, but yeah, I do mostly sports streams and stuff like that. But
yeah, tell me about the LSU Tigers.
Well, I think we got a better coach than we had the past 2 years.
Now this is a controversy here. Now I tend to agree with you. I tend to agree with you. Brian Kelly has been one of the winningest coaches. Well, he's the winningest coach in the history of Notre Dame football.
Notre Dame, yeah.
And that was with whatever restrictions they had going on.
Right.
Academics and, whatever else. Being in the middle of nowhere, in some frozen hellhole that nobody wants to go to. But
that's another fan base who thinks they're back every year too, is Notre Dame. And they haven't won a national title since 1988.
Oh, wow.
I mean, so you talk about fan bases who are delusional. That's another one.
Let's go ahead and take a look at Brian Kelly.
I say right foot creep, walking with that heater. Look around, stay low, make sure they don't see you. Get some bad, walk down, face them with that heater. The devil under your feet, you're on your way to see him. Stretch me when I can't sleep, bang out when I see you. Play with me, you can't sleep. We got into the seashore. You won't have no case rearrange your shit soon as they face you. You won't have no space, we in your section too.
What the fuck is that?
Now.
Coaches would do some weird stuff to get recruits, won't they? I mean, man, whatever it is.
In fairness, that the young man that was on that video did not commit to LSU; he committed to Alabama instead. Right, and I don't think I've ever seen a video of Nick Saban doing whatever we just saw there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Saban don't have to do that. Saban can just.
That's a good point.
I mean, Saban can just. I mean, he can just walk in somebody's room, and
flash the rings, baby.
Right.
There you go.
I mean, so what do you think about NIL, man? I mean, you think it's? I mean, what am I trying to say? I mean, I think it was good in theory, but I think it's pay for play now. I mean, it's just pay for play. It's the highest bidder is going to get all these players now.
I think it's just a short period. Look, I don't know who didn't see this coming.
I know. I saw it coming.
It happened overnight. I mean, almost literally overnight. As soon as you remember when the California legislature passed the legislation about that, and then it was a steamrolling thing throughout the country over the next couple of months. And even in capitalism, which is what this is, there's regulation, and I think it's just a matter of time before this stuff is regulated. I don't know if that's going to take 2 years or 20 years.
Right.
But we'll see. We'll all find out. Right now, it's sort of the Wild West.
It is.
And I don't think that's good for college football necessarily. But I do believe that it's not a permanent thing. We'll find some solution to this whole thing. And if we don't, college football will die on its own. You won't need me or you to help it die. It'll die on its own.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's kind of always been, I think, the Wild West, but it's just been not out in front like it is now.
Right.
It's always been. I mean, look, players have been getting paid for a very, 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 very long time. I mean, it's not. I mean, very long time. I mean, Eric Dickerson got paid in the 80s. I mean, so I mean, it's just now it's in the open. And people are seeing what it is, and I think they're freaking out. Like. So I mean,
one thing it is doing is exposing the characters. The dirty people. Yeah. I mean, Lincoln Riley right now is going through the ringer, ain't he?
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's like I said last night on the ACC show. I said this guy's he's not breaking any rules. Well, maybe he is tampering. I don't know. I'm not saying he is or isn't. But all I know is until they tell me he broke an actual rule, then I mean, how could you hate on the guy? What he is doing though is making a lot of enemies around the country, burning a lot of bridges, and that will eventually come back to bite him.
Right.
And I mean, relationships are everything in business, and that's what college football is. And if you burn your bridges with all the people that you should be doing business with, that eventually comes back to bite you. And speaking of burning bridges in business, thank you, BVD, for the super chat. He says, everyone needs some nuts to hug. I choose Pigskin's nuts. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. It's good to have a nut hugger around here. I'm hugging so many nuts around here. I just have a big armful of nuts. I don't even know who's who anymore. But thank you, BBD.
Yeah, so Lincoln Riley, he came out and said that he wasn't going to be the LSU head coach, which he was right. He just went to a different school.
Yeah,
that was funny. Were they playing? It was Oklahoma State. I think it was the next day, or was it? I think the post-game press conference. He said that he wasn't going to be the LSU head coach, and everybody went crazy. And he was right about that, and he didn't lie. So, but
yeah, I mean, everyone's hating on Lincoln Riley, and I get it, but at the end of the day, like he's playing the game right now, and the game now,
this is the game now.
The game right now is wide open, and he might be the one that's playing it the best, actually. So don't again, the old saying, "Don't hate the player, hate the game."
Right.
There you go.
I mean, if
there you go.
If you might be just bending the rules a little bit, but I mean,
well, until I see that, I don't know.
I mean, so
nobody's bending him.
You're right. I mean, until they come out and say it's you can't do this, then these coaches are going to do that.
Sports are ruthless. Just like big business, and that's right. Again, that's what sports are. And Lincoln Riley's being ruthless right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a double-edged sword. Like I said, he might be able to build some sort of championship team, especially in the Pac-12, doing what he's doing. But I think 4 or 5 years down the line, it's going to come back to bite him. So hopefully, if he, in his case, he can go ahead and capitalize on what he's doing right now before the avalanche comes down in a few years. And that's what I think was going to happen to him.
Yeah. So you think we're done with conference expansion?
No.
No. Yeah,
I mean,
I think.
Well. Conference expansion in the near future or ever? I mean, that's a long time.
In the near future, next 5 years.
No, I think we'll see a realignment and some expansions. Eventually, I think we'll end up with 4 conferences instead of 5.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that's going to take. I think it.
Yeah, they've been talking about that, but
it might be a while.
It might be a while.
Eventually, that's going to happen, though.
Just, so
yeah.
All right, man. I'll let you get back. I'll let you get to other people in the stream.
All right, Goose Sports. Thank you.
I just want to come on and say hi to you. I haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah, man. But, I appreciate it. Thank you for coming on.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
Goose Sports checking in. He's a good dude. I'm going to bring these next 2 people on at the same time. We'll have a little bit of a threesome over here. Anybody else who wants to join the stream, the StreamYard link is in the description of the video, and it's also in the chat.
What's up, Pete?
What's up, buddy?
Not much, man. I'm multitasking right now. Playing some Fortnite at the same time talking to you. So.
Well, you're gonna have to go ahead and stop that. I cannot allow you to play Fortnite and talk to me at the same time.
Okay. Yes, sir.
No need for sir. I need your full attention.
All right.
All right.
So. Whether or not, do you think? Do you think Nebraska's going to improve or no? Like Lou says, or you don't believe him?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
You think Nebraska's going to improve, as Lou's saying? Like, are they going to?
Lou saying that Nebraska's going to improve?
Yeah.
How many games did Nebraska win last year?
3 and 9.
Then yes, they will improve. I mean, it's like saying. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, how hard is it to improve from 3 wins?
Not that.
That's not a stretch, Nate.
Well, you're saying they won't or they will?
I'm saying they will improve because it's not hard to improve from 3 wins.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
I just want to get your thoughts about that.
I mean, what kind of what level of improvement are you referring to? Are we talking about, are they going to win 4 games? I mean, 4 games is an improvement over 3 games, right? So, Huh?
Lou saying that Nebraska might go 6-6.
I think that's fair. I mean, man, how sad is it that Nebraska's bar is 6 wins as an improvement? Man, that's sad.
That's kind of sad, actually.
Yeah. That's almost sadder than Miami thinking they're Clemson. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I wish Nebraska was back, but they're not really.
I say you sent me that that message on TikTok, and I was like, what is this here? I clicked on it, and it was Nate with a Nebraska hat saying he was done with Nebraska. That's what it was, right?
Yes.
And I think the title of the message was, "I'm no longer a 2-teamer."
Yes, indeed.
So you are officially a Michigan man. Now I'm going to hold you to that, Nate.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm proud of you for not being a 2-teamer anymore. But let's say that Michigan shits the bed next year and only wins 7 games in the Big Ten, and Nebraska goes out there and lights it on fire and wins 10 games. I don't want to hear you walking around saying, I'm a Nebraska fan again and downing Michigan.
I won't be doing that.
You've made your decision. You've made your bed. You got to lay in it, Nate.
I know.
I got receipts over here on TikTok.
Yeah.
I got receipts. You might regret sending me that message, Nate. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that right now.
That'd be funny.
I'm just messing with you.
You think it was funny or no?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I put a crop dusting sound on it, so.
I must have missed that part, but.
Yeah, it has a fart sound when I said Nebraska doo-doo. And you hear a fart sound. But anyways, Pete,
yeah.
I thank you for your time letting me on. I just want to talk about that. And go blue.
There it is.
Big red.
Look at that.
We're going to whoop that ass with the big red mark on the Nebraska Cornhusker and in Ann Arbor.
Damn.
And yeah, have a good morning.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Nate coming in, trash talking his own former team. When I say former, you heard it here first, folks. A former Nebraska fan. That's tough. What's up? You're on with Pete. Look who it is.
My man.
Sippy.
Southern Miss to the dog on top. Let me tell y'all something, folks. Southern Miss coming to Miami. All these Miami fans talking this and that. Y'all didn't get Frank Gore's son, Frank Gore Jr. That son of a gun sitting right down there in Miami, having a good time. I'm sitting he's sitting right down there in Hattiesburg, eating the doggone hamburgers with the Hattiesburgers. And I'm telling you something, Miami folks, you're going to regret the day you didn't get Frank Gore Jr. in the house.
Damn.
Thanks for having me on.
Sippy Sports.
How have you been, brother?
I've been amazing and fantastic. It's good to hear from you again, man. The off season is officially here. I love this part of the year. I don't know. I mean, you know what it's like? It's like, what do they call that? Stockholm syndrome, whenever your captor captures you and keeps you in captivity and you start feeling sorry for them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how the off season is. I got Stockholm syndrome over here. I'm starting to feel sorry for Miami fans. Sad, ain't it?
Let me tell you something. All right, we look it all up. Everybody go look it up. Southern Miss 3-9 last season, right? Come on. All right. Boo, boo. Let me tell you something, people. We're on a 2-game win streak without a quarterback. That's right. You heard it first. Frank Gore Jr. lined up at quarterback the last 2 games of the season and won both of them. Come on now. What you got for that, Pete?
I got nothing for that.
I don't know if Miami folks wear boots, but I'll guarantee you they shaking in their flip-flop. I'm just telling you now. They messed up the day they didn't get Frank Gore's son in the building. 200 yards, maybe 2 touchdowns. Let's go, baby.
But they do have a Clemson receiver that transferred there that couldn't catch a pass at Clemson. They got him, and they also got Clemson's athletic director who didn't even do anything. Yeah, he didn't even hire Dabo Swinney.
Look, Southern Miss is building for 2023, so this coach is saying. But I'm telling you, shit. And then they want to go poach from Clemson. They trying to be big brother over there.
Now let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and dispel that rumor right there. They didn't poach anything from Clemson. Dabo Swinney let Dan Radakovich go because his services were no longer needed. They didn't steal anything. The only thing they stole is one receiver who can't catch a football. That's all.
Are they rolling all over the place for this fella?
Yeah, they're rolling all over themselves.
Oh man, no, I seen the thing of this video, Miami Hurricanes and all this, and I said, let me tell y'all something. I had to come give my 2 cents of Brett Favre's alumni, Southern Miss. I had to come and talk about the only punter in the NFL Hall of Fame. Yes, sir, Mr. Ray Guy. I had to come talk about the guys from Southern Miss that did it one time, and I'm telling you, Miami folks, we're gonna do it.
Hey, is that where Brett Favre played, Southern Mississippi?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you're talking about punters. You got the GOAT. Brett Favre is my favorite NFL player of all time.
Preach.
He's my favorite NFL player of all time. You didn't
know you was a Southern Miss fan.
I guess I am. And I'm not only am I jealous that you have Brett Favre, who's my favorite player of all time, you also have a good punter, something Clemson doesn't have. But the good news is Clemson plays in the ACC, and they don't have to punt that much. So we're all right.
Now, this punter was drafted in the first round. This punter went to the arch nemesis, the Raiders. I'm a Chiefs fan. Let's go, baby. But I'm gonna tell you something. We got the greats. And look, I think Christmas is coming early for Southern Miss. It ain't gonna be 2023 like Coach Will Hall says. I think it's going to be 2022. We're going to get the ball moving. We're going to beat teams we ain't supposed to beat and lose to teams we should have beat. That's the kind of year we're going to have. And people's going to say, man, they can't get their shit together. And I'm going to be sitting back with my arms folded, and I'm going to say, you know what? We beat Miami.
You probably will beat Miami, too. Do you play them?
The second game of the season. Oh. We got Liberty first, so a little test.
Oh, so you play a good team and then Miami after that. What you're saying.
So I should be more worried about Liberty.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. If Liberty would have been in the ACC for the past 19 years, they would have won a championship at least once. Miami can't.
I feel like Southern Miss would have too.
Hey, you said
saying a lot right now.
Yeah, you said you're a Chiefs fan. How do you feel about the unsigned free agent signee Justin Ross on your squad?
I'm gonna be honest. We're getting nothing but like extremely high praise from this guy. Apparently, he's 6'4". Is a big body wide receiver. Something the Chiefs need. They broke up the KC3. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Tyreek Hill. You know they sent off Hill. So ultimately they get rid of a 5'10", 5'9" fella. And they're getting nothing but guys over 6'3". So I can't be. I'm gonna tell you this: the dude's supposed to be pretty quick. He's 6'4". I don't know a lot about him, but I'll take him. I know he's from Clemson. I'll take him.
Yeah, if he's healthy and 100%, that's the biggest steal in all of the offseason, getting him as a free agent. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I'm rooting for the guy. Here's what I will tell you.
Clemson when he was healthy.
Yeah, you got a good guy. He's not a he's not a troublemaker, degenerate, anything like that. The guy's a hard worker. He's been through he's had a rough go of it through things that are not a fault of his own. He's done nothing but do what he's supposed to do. I'm rooting for him, and I hope that he ends up being a great player for the Chiefs.
There we go. Well, let me get a big one, man. Southern Miss to the doggone top.
Southern Miss to the doggone top.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me, brother.
All right, Sippy. Thank you, brother.
You got it.
Sippy Sports checking in. I'm so glad I didn't even know that they played, Miami played Southern Miss this year. That's amazing and fantastic.
PigskinPeete?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, so I just had one statement, and I had one question to ask you.
Sure.
Number one, I don't know what has gotten into Golden Blue, dude, but South Carolina is not winning no more than. I mean, I have them going 6-6, but if they win 7, so be it. But no more than that.
How come every time I turn around, I'm hearing somebody say something about something crazy Golden Blue dude said? Is this new or is this something he said before?
He's saying, well, he said it on his live stream today that the ceiling for Carolina is a 10-2.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Bullshit! Bullshit!
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
All right, what else did he say?
And that they should win at least 8 or 9 games, but
based on
saying he thinks.
I wish is Golden Blue dude in here? I need to hear from him.
So he's telling me that they're going to win more than 7 games. I mean, I'm okay with if they win 7, but I really don't see them winning more than 7, and that's facts. Yeah, they got a quarterback, Spencer Rattler, but he sat on the bench at Oklahoma. What do you think he's going to do at South Kakalaki Doo-Doo Crapalaki?
Well, he won't sit on the bench at South Carolina because they have no other person. I mean, I'm the next best quarterback at South Carolina. But he won't sit on the bench there. But, that's great. You have a good quarterback and all, but what about the rest of the team?
Exactly. I mean...
And do we even know if Spencer Rattler is good, or is that the jury's still out on that too, isn't it?
And he was benched pretty much all year last year. I mean, he really hadn't got any playing time in almost a year.
South Carolina massively overachieved last year, and they won. They won 6 games in the regular season, and then beat North Carolina, which was a shame for the Tar Heels. They should have never let that happen, but they did. And what was their recruiting class? It was it even in the top 25? I don't think it was.
Their transfer portal was, I believe, top 10.
Yeah. I'm so tired. People are talking about transfer portal. I get it. You get one good guy, 2 good guys. I mean, you look at Alabama. They got Jamison Williams, and every once in a while you get a top guy. But for the majority of the time, the transfer portal is teams' leftovers.
Well, speaking of the transfer, here's my question. I guess I can just ask this question while we're on this topic. With the NIL and the transfer portal like it is, has it destroyed junior colleges, JUCO's chances of becoming D1? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, what the transfer portal has done is sent a lot of Power 5 players into JUCO. So I think it all comes full circle. We'll see. I think it hurts the high school players more than it does the JUCO guys. Because teams, instead of going out and spending the time and money to recruit players, especially the lower level player. When I say lower level player, I mean like the 3 stars. Instead of going and getting them, it's easy just to go out and get a 3 or 4 star former recruit from another team, and then have to go recruit them. They just call them on the phone and be like, "Hey, come here," and there you go, there you have it.
Well, do you think it's still important to have good recruiting classes?
Absolutely. When it all comes out at the end of the day in the wash, when this whole right now it's like a flurry, it's like a hurricane, no pun intended, Miami fans, but it's like a hurricane of madness. And when all the dust settles, at the end of the day, the teams that are still consistently winning and being on top will be the teams that recruit high school players the best, not from the transfer portal. Okay.
Well, thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
And go Dogs.
All right. Thank you, Matthew.
And Team Raj, you beautiful mother lovers.
Right. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to kick him off. Mayhem Matthew, thank you for coming on. A big long line of nut huggers here. I'm an Uncle Lou nut hugger, and Mayhem Matthew is a PigskinPeete nut hugger. So it's like a chain. What's up, Slim Shady? What's up, Traveling Fools? I got a couple of Miami men on here. I'm ready for my beating. Go ahead, give it to me.
Well, first of all, did I really hear an SMU fan on here talking shit? I mean, really, talk about it never was. What is SMU known for? You got the death penalty for paying players, but you couldn't even get a fucking natty out of it.
Damn.
I mean, that's West Virginia level pathetic.
Man, Southern Miss. Yeah, we've resorted to talking shit about Southern Miss. We have reached an all-time low on the Pigskin Pete show.
Yeah, well, that's when I clicked on and,
I know.
and Slap Nuts was on here.
Oh, man.
So how about these Clemson fans?
Clemson fans piss me off.
I mean, they come on here. They make a whole show. They make a whole show about Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Are we like an ex-girlfriend? Are we eating at your skin or something? I mean, I just don't get it.
I think what I honestly think it is, these Clemson fans are getting a little too big for their britches. I mean, it's been nice to be a Clemson fan for the past 10 years. But outside of that, what have you got? Nothing. You have an eternity of mediocrity.
Oh, that is not entirely true, sir.
It's mostly true.
I don't know.
A 3 or 4 year period.
Not even lately. But
I'm glad you said that. Thank you for that little gem there.
How many national championships has Clemson won? I'm curious. I don't know.
Well,
the answer,
three now. They won in 1981 and in 2016 and then 2018. So 3.
Well, until you catch up to Miami, Clemson wants to be Miami.
Wait a minute. So 81 to 2016. I'm not a math genius, but that is 35 years. 35 years.
Yeah.
So Clemson fans that piss everybody off sat around and made fun of Georgia for 40, but they were just because they had 35. I mean, I'm not quite getting this. You all of a sudden you feel like you rose to the top of something there for just a split. You're like the redneck in line scratching those lottery tickets and finally wins. Finally wins that lottery, and then 4 years later you're broke.
I'm in the midst of trying to look something up. I am a tater man, so I'm not the smartest person on earth. I'm trying to look something up real quick, if I can find it, based on some of the accusations that you Hurricanes fans are making on my show about Clemson being mediocre or terrible or whatever it is prior to the 2016 national championship, which is total blasphemy, by the way. All right, here we go.
I said except for the 3 or 4 year period there in the late 70s to early 80s.
Well, we're going to look at this together.
I mean, we owned you in the 50s. just if anybody wants to go back, I mean, we just absolutely just throttled you in the 50s.
All right, let's take a live screen view. I mean, everybody knows Wikipedia doesn't lie, right?
If you say, I'll take your word for it.
No, but honestly, this is all factual. I hate the desktop version of this too. All right, so anyway, Clemson's first season, 1896, which is 126 years ago. Clemson's all-time record for 126 years now. We're not talking about the past 5 years or 10 years or whatever else. 779 and 465 and 45, which is a 62.2% winning percentage. Bowl record, 27 and 22. 55% winning percentage. Now, forget the winning percentage, which is impressive in itself. You know, anybody with 126 years of bowls and a winning percentage in that's impressive. But just the fact of how many bowls they played in. What's 27 plus 22? We got any mathematicians in here?
No, but this is like
49 bowl games Clemson's played in. You know South Carolina's only played in like 10?
Hey, you know,
for the same
Blue
state.
said earlier South Carolina was going to beat Georgia this year.
Wait a second.
I think I heard that.
What?
Clemson's got like a 40-year head start on the University of Miami, and you still have less natties than us?
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Say Slim, too. No, as well. It's like all of a sudden, you know, you're sitting there and you're in junior high and your team's been winning, you know, and all of a sudden some new team moves in and takes over and you're like, well, look back when we were digging for gold and blah, blah, yeah, come on, you can't compare that. It goes way too far.
Playoffs, 6 appearances. 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018 national championships, and 2 of those.
I think we have 9.
I gave Clemson their.
Oh wait, 19 and 20 too.
I think Miami's been in what, 9 playoffs, 7 or 9.
College football playoff record 6-4. 3 national titles. 4 national championships appearances.
I think we're 7. I think we're 7-5. 7-5 or 9-5. Either way, we got more.
Here we go. This is one that really pisses the Miami fans off right here. Conference titles, 26. 26 conference titles for Clemson.
Why would that piss Miami fans off?
I don't know, because you don't have any in the ACC.
We've got 9, thank you.
In the ACC. Okay. We're not talking about the Big East where you're playing against fucking UConn, sir. We're talking about big boy football here.
Wait a minute. How about once again, people with this short-term memory loss, you know, keep forgetting when Miami beat all these ranked teams to win these national titles when they were in the Big East.
And they want to compare a 1970s, 80s ACC to a Big East. The same. Yeah, sure, you were winning. Oh, good for you. That's why you won that one natty in 81.
And you do realize that before 1990, Miami was independent.
The funny thing is that the Miami fans pretend like Clemson's been shit for their eternity. Clemson was irrelevant long before Miami was. Miami went on a historic run over a 10-year period. Clemson's been consistently legit for 126 years. That's the whole reason. That's what I'm pointing out here.
No.
How many years?
No.
Wait. He just said.
Wait a minute. Clemson has been mediocre for 126 years.
Oh, please.
116 years.
Listen, sir. There isn't 10 schools in all of history with these statistics that I'm reading to you right now. Not 10.
And Miami went on a 10-year run. Try 35-year run, sir.
Right. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, come on, 10 years.
I'm going to pull up Miami next. I want to pull up Miami next. So I want to pull up Miami's next. I want to pull up Miami next. And I'm going to pull up Miami next, and we're going to compare.
35 years.
We're going to go down these statistics right here. Whether it's the all-time winning percentage.
Statistically, you will win this.
Of course we will.
Hang on.
They've been.
Hang on.
Come on now.
Once again, I said I'm gonna go by the same standard as you. I'm not talking national titles as a successful season. So their run started in the late 70s.
The only statistic that matters between Miami and Clemson is the fact that Clemson only has 3 national championships and Miami has 5. Every other measure, Clemson wins.
No,
every other one.
One other measure. There is one. Okay. 6-6, bitch. Let's see. It's coming.
That's not. How is it?
November 27th? Well, we're 6-6. You've beat us six times, and we beat you 6 times, and we're going to beat you 2 more times this year. Right. And that's all I got to say about that.
All right.
So you say name one other statistic, because I always have a lot more to say about what I was going to only say one thing about, but that matters.
Well, I mean, 500 record against the team over history is not something to brag about for either one of us.
No, it's no better than you. 500 record from the other team bragging about.
Oh man! All right, let's do this here. Let's pull up Miami. This is going to be pitiful compared to what I just looked at.
Well, like Slim said, we weren't in a conference for all those years.
You know, the thing is, everyone's looking at the screen. I pulled up Google, and when I typed in Clemson, immediately Clemson football pops up. And when I type in Miami, well, look at the first. Look at all this: Miami City, Miami Hurricanes football, Miami Heat, Miami Dolphins, Miami Grand Prix, Miami-Dade College. It's the Hurricane.
Big difference between typing in Clemson and Miami. Miami is an actual city.
Miami
Clemson's
football.
like this little rock on a thing that people run down a hill and butt their heads into.
Yeah,
I'm not exactly sure, but
I do. Yeah, I am one of those. I'm definitely a Tater man. What is you guys remember what's the Miami guy's name that used to come on here and call me a rock rubber ramp runner? Who was that?
I don't know. But I like it.
Yeah. Shit. I can't remember.
Is that Alonzo?
No. It was fuck. Somebody in the chat know. He was a troll. But he used to come on here a lot and call me a rock rubber ramp runner. Anyway, all right, here we go.
Oh, I know you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
Oh man, look at this. Head coach Mario Cristobal, first season 0-0. Stadium Hard Rock. Capacity 65,000. Man, that's sad. Past the Big East Conference, all time 60. Now I will give you this. Now I would have never guessed this. So I'll admit when I'm wrong here. All-time record 636 and 371 and 19. 62.9% winning percentage. That is good. Also, you guys are better than I thought. Bowl record 19 and 22. Now, that is a losing bowl record. But at least you've played. What's 19 plus 22, all you mathematicians out there? All right. 41. At least you played in that many bowl games.
Is this that hard?
It's a joke. At least you have a losing bowl record. So
thanks to as of late, but
well, that's probably true too. Yeah,
I'm
but
a Miami fan, and I'm not going to deny the fact that we have absolutely sucked.
Absolutely,
for the last 10
years? It absolutely is because as of late they've won one bowl game since 2006.
I mean, people forget when we got not all, but we got all this stuff, sanctions put on us. We only could have this many scholarship players. Our team really did get wrecked for about 10 years.
Let's get into the meat of the bone, because nobody gives a fuck about 1970.
Okay.
All right, look. Here we go.
Hang on.
Here we go.
I've got to say something about that. Miami fans got to quit using that shit as an excuse. There was no sanctions.
Well, we did
They docked us 3 scholarships a year for 3 years. Now, if you want to talk about any kind of
pretty rough.
No, it's not. Not compared to what they did in the 90s. Now, if you want to talk about any kind of impact it actually had, the NCAA investigating it for 2.5 years, yeah, schools can use that against you in recruiting. But
no, I'm not talking about in the 80s when that happened. I'm talking about later. Remember when there was that point where even on ESPN it was Miami is going to. That's what I'm talking about, Slim. Yeah, it was Miami's getting the death penalty. They're getting blah blah blah, and our recruiting went to absolute no.
Except for teams were able to use that against you in recruiting. That's about it.
Yeah, it dumped our program.
I'm gonna get through this list here real quick, and then I'm gonna ask you guys a couple of questions about my opening statements, because I definitely want to hear your thoughts on that. Now, claim national titles 5. Nobody can take that away from you. 5 national titles. That is in. I don't even know what where you rank as far as all the other teams, and we can't include. Listen,
it's above Clemson.
Well, it's above Clemson. Yeah, Clemson's got 3 national titles. None of them are disputed, so they're all legit. And Alabama has, what are they claiming? 18 or 19 in these days? I don't know. I can't keep count, but only about 10 of those are legit.
Miami has titles we don't claim as well.
I know unclaimed 4 titles: 86, 88, 1990, and 2000. We don't. If it's not claimed, it's for a reason. But anyway.
Unless you're from Alabama.
Now, let's move on down here. Conference titles. Now, Clemson had what, 26 or 27? What was it? 26 or 27? One of those two.
Yeah, Clemson has 26. Florida State has 27.
Okay. Conference titles for Miami, 9. And guess what?
We weren't in a conference.
They were all in the Big East.
Because we weren't in a conference before that. It's not that hard.
Yeah, Miami was not in a conference before 1990.
You sound like South Carolina fans.
That's like you saying Notre Dame has zero. Notre Dame has zero conference wins.
Exactly. That's an irrelevant argument.
Damn, Notre Dame was closer to winning an ACC championship than you guys were. That's sad.
No, Notre Dame's got just as close as we have.
Now, this stat right here is underrated and appreciated by people like Pigskin Pete. Division titles, 1 ACC Coastal Division title in 19 years. Now that might be the most disturbing stat out of all these. I'm actually going to give Miami credit. Most of these numbers are actually impressive, but that's one
actually technically false.
How is that false?
Because they won the division in 2012, but they self-imposed any postseason play.
And for what reason?
Because that Nevin Shapiro shit.
Yeah, that was exactly what he was talking about earlier.
They did it for 2 years.
Now, here's something I didn't know about Miami. Now, I'm sure you probably beat, Heisman winners 2, Vinny Testaverde and Gino Torretta. So you're up on, the Clemson's never had a Heisman winner, even though they should have had 2, but that's a different story. Consensus All-Americans 35, that's impressive. Can you either one of you guys sing the fight song Miami Ooh How Dee Do?
No.
What is that? Ooh how he do. You how he do. Miami you how he do. That's what it is. I don't know it either. I might have to look it up though and sing it. It might have to become my next latest hit next to my version of Tater Man.
You know, talking about Heisman winners, I really would have thought that Alabama would have had one before Mark Ingram. That actually surprised me.
Yeah, that is surprising.
I would have thought they would have had a couple at least
and
the years.
Out of all the championships, they claim whatever it is, 19 national titles. They've only had one overall first round draft pick, and that was in the 60s, I think, or 50s. Whatever it was.
Hey, let's not move this argument over to bashing Alabama because
we can do that anytime.
I'm here to talk about.
I heard that surprised me. That's all.
All right, so let's keep it.
I'm stirring the pot.
All right, well let's keep it.
I'm smack talking.
He's right. Brendan is right. Let's keep it 100. The fact of the matter is that Clemson has been Miami. Clemson has been.
Is what the fact of the matter.
Clemson has been. Clemson has been Miami's daddy since they came in the ACC, long before Dabo Swinney ever stepped foot in a facility, as a head coach in that facility, and everybody knows it. And this whole thing where every single offseason, Miami is going to be the next Clemson. They're going to knock Clemson off and become the new head of the ACC.
The next Clemson?
Yeah.
The next and the day when Miami can finally become
the next Clemson. The next Clemson.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The next Clemson.
Around, you've been eating Lucky Charms all morning.
The next Clemson in the ACC, sir.
Oh, my God.
The next Clemson in the ACC. We're not talking about 40 years ago, man.
Oh, okay. Not the next Clemson in actual football. Okay, okay. So Miami can be the next Clemson in the ACC.
Well, I mean, we just got done looking at all the stats. The only thing that you beat Clemson in any of these stats is national championships. Everything else, Clemson beat you in. So yeah, the next Clemson, motherfucker. I mean, what are you talking about here?
No, you just pointed out Miami's got a higher overall win percentage too.
No, I didn't point that out.
The only thing we have is more natties. The only thing we have is
Yeah, and the last one of those was 22 years ago.
And more Heisman Trophy winners.
21 years
and more
ago.
consensus All-Americans.
Heisman winners don't mean shit. South Carolina's got a Heisman winner. What the hell does that mean? Syracuse has multiple Heisman winners.
Don't mean shit. You know what else? You know what else don't mean shit?
It's a team sport.
Playing a whole season of football and not winning the national championship. That's what don't mean shit. You can play a whole season of football and not win the national championship and brag about it. Come on now.
Miami came into one of the worst, if not the worst, conferences in all of America 21 years ago or 20 years ago and still hasn't won that, not even one time. Duke has won it since then. Yeah, Georgia Tech has won it since then. Let's go down the list of terrible fucking teams that have won an ACC championship since Miami's been in the conference.
I need you to correct your math, sir.
What?
It was 18 years ago.
Well, this is year 19. We're in this is the offseason.
No, this is year 18.
Are you Slim? Are you? Is your argument? Is your argument going to be? It's only been 18 years since we've been fucking sucking in the ACC. Is that your argument instead of 19 or 20?
Do you want me to pull up 18 consecutive years where Clemson was in the toilet? Because that's not hard to find.
Go ahead, pull it up, find it.
Okay, I'll show you 35 years from 1981 to 2016 that it took Clemson to win a natty.
It's not hard at all. And see, this is why this argument doesn't bother me, because you can find 18 years where every program in the country was dog shit.
Yeah, but we're talking about the
Alabama,
Clemson,
Ohio State.
Slim. We're talking about the last 18 years.
Okay, and it's just.
We're talking about now, sir. We're not talking about the past.
I don't know. All that was about.
Let me ask you a question. How can you go from being a bottom dweller in a terrible conference for 18 years straight, and in modern day, not in the past, and then all of a sudden every year you're all of a sudden going to be like, the best thing since sliced bread? That's what I want to know.
Wait, you're the Clemson fan. You tell me.
The same way Alabama did, the same way Georgia did, the same way Clemson has.
So you're a pick three. You're a pick three lottery player, like I was talking about at the beginning of the stream.
Not at all.
Yeah, eventually, you can go on for the next 40 years saying you're going to win, and eventually you'll win it, and then you'll be, oh, see, we told you. Yeah, after 40 years being fucking wrong.
If you want to look at it like that, yes, finding the right head coach is kind of like a lottery pick.
Well,
and much like every other program, we've made some bad coaching hires.
What's the title of this stream?
And
I forgot what it is.
The same way they lucked out. Dabo Swinney was selling insurance one day.
Lucked out.
Job.
Yeah.
No, you did. You did. He was a man. I got big props for Dabo Swinney.
Yeah.
Nothing against the man. I'm saying he did a good job, but he was the perfect fit for a program. He was the perfect fit for a program.
Let's also look at it like this. Call it from 2015 forward. Would Clemson have given Dabo Swinney the time that he did? No, they wouldn't have.
Huh?
No, he was a desperation pick because they were screwed. They were in the dumps, and
no. That is 100% false. When Tommy Bowden got fired, Clemson was far from being in the dumps.
Well, they dumps. They were a mediocre team.
They weren't great.
What were they? 9 win, 10 win, 8.
Yeah,
9,
but that's
10,
not. That is far from the dumps, my man.
Well, when you sat on top, yeah. As a Miami fan, I understand that. But
I could because I was at some of those games around the time they fired Tommy Bowden. They couldn't beat an average Miami team because an average Miami team beat them.
Yeah, at that point in time, that's all I'm saying is that an 8, 9 win, 10 win season in the ACC wasn't great, and they were losing the big games.
Well, that's when the whole Clemson thing came along, and this was Tommy Bowden's demise, was the fact that he was recruiting well. They would go out and beat a top 10 team, and then the next week lose to who gives a shit State. That's where the whole Clemson thing came from. That's from Tommy Bowden.
Exactly, and that's where Miami's been for the past.
But they weren't terrible.
15
I mean,
years.
listen, we've got to separate this. This is what I'm talking about. When I would just show when I just showed all those Clemson stats, even Tommy Bowden had a over 50% winning percentage, around a 60% winning percentage at Clemson. Won a bunch of bowl games. Had a winning record against his in-state rival in South Carolina.
No, Pete. Here's
but that
a good
wasn't good
stat.
enough at a place like Clemson.
Look this up. You're the man. So as far as since Miami has joined the ACC, I don't know the answer. What is their winning percentage?
Oh, you might not want to see that, bro. I don't know. We'll see. Let's find out.
I don't know. It's going to be over 50%.
All right, let's find out.
It's going to be just like I'm saying with Clemson.
Well, it's not.
Because I've heard the same argument before. You're acting like Miami's been as bad as Tennessee. Miami does. Did I ever say
that?
Year after year to make a bowl game.
I have never said that. What's the title of this video?
I can't. Let me look at my phone. I think it says the title of the video is November 27th, Miami 34, Clemson 26.
Oh,
that's what I see on the title of this video.
God. Let's see here. Look what happens as soon as I type that in. Men's basketball. Come on now. Nobody cares about that. Oh, man.
I like this. I miss hanging out with you guys. Just saying that. We had a good time up there freezing our asses off. But I love you guys. Y'all are great.
And believe me, I give all the credit to. I've told the story before 100 times. Yeah, I give all my credit to even jump starting my YouTube channel to Miami fans. They have been the most loyal around here. So people that don't really know me, if this is the first video you ever clicked on, you're probably like, man, this guy's a fucking asshole, But I don't. That's not the way it is. I love the trash talk, but even you guys know this. I know Slim knows this. Miami fans are the most delusional from year to year, and that's just all there is to it. I mean,
only during the off season, because we're back every year, bitch.
I'll say this: Tennessee gives us a run for our money.
Tennessee's right up there too, yeah. But I don't have to deal with them because, I'm going by what, who's in my conference. But you're right. Tennessee's right up there. And so is like Texas and Nebraska.
I only know one Texas fan, and D4 is not like that. But he's literally the only Texas fan I know.
Slim, you'll like this. One thing I always love. Have you gone to away games for Miami?
Yeah, I think the last one I went to was at Wake Forest.
So it's always so awesome, because I've gone to a whole lot of Georgia Tech games and things like that. But you always see the fans coming up and they're wearing their khaki pants with their tucked in eyes on yellow shirts and they're all Poindextered around. And then you hear this, then you hear it coming. And all this, just the tackiest looking, most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life. This mountain of just tacky, fluorescent colored, just insanity comes rolling over the hill. I always have to wipe a tear away.
I will say I've been to I don't even know how many dozens of Clemson games I've been to over my lifetime. But the Miami fans, I've been to 2 Miami games at least, both in Clemson. I've never been to Coral Gables or Hard Rock or whatever. But they are some of the biggest shit talkers that I've run across. A lot of these other fan bases, if you try to get to some banter with them, they're sort of like shy about it. Miami fans are the loudest and proudest fan base. They could be 1-10 when they play you. They're still going to act like they're about to whip your ass. I respect that.
Hey, we'll still bet you.
Yeah.
You know that to be true.
Now, I can't find the ACC winning percentage. I don't even know how to find that. Every time I type anything in, it just comes up to either basketball or this Wikipedia deal here.
Well, I'll put it like this. They've only had 2 losing seasons in the ACC.
Yeah.
and those were 5 and 7.
I mean, but doesn't that make it the fact that they never won a title even worse, though? They're like, I mean, there's no hiding behind that.
I've said before. I've said before. It might even be more bearable if they were terrible, like Georgia Tech. But the problem is they've been stuck in mediocrity.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. See, I'm not even about to say that. Yes, the fact that we have not ever won the ACC is absolutely humiliating. I mean, it's horrible. The fact that we've never been able to do that is horrible. But it's the off season, and I'm willing to bet you, Pete, 10,000 Indonesian rupiahs.
That's like $2.
Nah, it's like 70 cents, I think. But and I've already bet you another $2 bill. So this is on top of that. I'm up in the ante. That, yeah, you're going down. What is it? November 23rd or 27th?
Yeah, it's in November. It's
happen.
It's the week before Thanksgiving. I would, you know what? I really want to go to that game so bad. Are you going to it?
I hope so.
Yeah,
and if we can go to it, you better go.
I would love to, but still,
we need to make those plans.
Slim,
why don't you come down too? Let's go to this game.
We're planning on going to the Notre Dame game, which is like the month before. No, it's not even the month before. It's like 2 weeks before. That's the problem, is that, you know, that's going to be a big deal, expensive trip, and you know, it's going to take 4 or 5 days to do that trip, and then doing it.
But see, this game, this is right. What is it? An hour and a half from your house?
Clemson's 3.5 hours from my house.
Okay, 3.5 hours. Okay, so yeah, it's probably 4. I might be closer.
You're probably closer than I am to Clemson. Yeah, you definitely. Yeah.
But anyway, by that time, I mean, tickets to that game are only probably going to be like, I mean, I bet we can get decent seats.
Well,
for
here's
$35.
Come on.
Going to be giving them away by that point.
No, absolutely not.
Yes,
Clemson tickets
is in a dumpster. They'll be giving those tickets away by that point, and we'll be able to pick them up. We'll be able to get like mid-range seats for about $35. All right,
dude.
I'll get the tickets, Pete. Don't worry. I'll get the tickets.
Yeah. All right, you're gonna buy my ticket.
$35.
$35. You won't even be able to sit in the parking lot for that, let alone the stadium.
Okay, man. This is going to be in the dumps.
This is one where I have to disagree with you, because there's a really high chance that both of these teams are either going to be undefeated or maybe one loss.
Right. I was listen. During the COVID year, me and Mrs. Peete went to the Miami game in Clemson, and that was only 50% capacity. We sat in the nosebleed. Mrs. Peete, I don't know if you're listening. How much did we pay for those tickets? I think they were still, the nosebleed tickets were like $185 a piece. And then Miami wasn't very good then either.
But you know what was beautiful was we were going to go to that game. I mean, I don't know if you remember.
Opinion of themselves.
Listen, believe me.
3 days before that game, you could buy tickets for
Believe me, Slim. Believe me, Slim.
It was the rain.
I get it. I am not even as high on Clemson as the ticket prices for Clemson in any game are fucking ridiculous. Way overpriced. I agree with you there. You could go against Wake Forest and pay $100 for some shit seat. I'm telling you. So I agree with you there. Now, Clemson does have a high, but you know what the problem is though? People are paying it.
Yeah.
So as long as
they won't be this year because they're going to know. They're going to be like, I'm not even going to show up to that game. I don't want to leave in the third quarter. They're looking at that scoreboard. Clemson makes a little comeback, and as you're going through the parking lot, and you're like, I know they're going to let me
We
down.
bought tickets tickets to Clemson versus Notre Dame, and I'm talking about at Notre Dame 2 years ago during the COVID year, but we bought them before COVID happened and before any of that happened. Mid-level seats, I'm talking about whatever it is. I don't even think they don't have an upper deck and a lower deck. It's like a big bowl there, I think. But whatever it was, halfway up in like the end zone, like behind the end zone, like behind the uprights. It wasn't even on the 50-yard line or 40-yard line or even the 30-yard line. It was behind the uprights. $485 per ticket, and that was Notre Dame wasn't even that great back then. Now Clemson was coming off a national championship or a national championship appearance, but $485 per ticket for that.
It'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to see.
That is ridiculous.
Bought 'em.
Well, we did. So I'm a sucker. But my point is, that's a ridiculous amount of money for a shit. I mean, not a shit seat, but one of the lower tier seats in the house. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't on the sideline, and it wasn't even the nosebleeds either. It was, halfway up. Thank you.
My fandom has a price limit.
When it comes to bucket list things, I'll splurge.
I'm the same way. I would love to do that. But even when during the COVID, we were going to buy tickets to that, and my dad was going to go, and we were looking at the amount of money. It was like, so we're going to spend like $800, $900 on these tickets. And then we were walking through Walmart, and I looked over, and the 65-inch TV was on sale, and I was like,
"Oh, actually, you know what?
I can get that for $500."
I retract that statement. We didn't buy those tickets. My father-in-law bought those for us for Christmas, so I didn't pay that price. He did. Anyway,
I mean, if they're giving to me, yeah, I'll take them.
Thank you, Sir UGA, for the Cash App. He says the cream never rises to the top for Miami. I didn't say he did.
Again, I mean, these people, these Georgia fans on here, literally in tears because they haven't seen a national title in so long. Their grandpappy's forgotten what it looks like. Meanwhile, I mean, when Miami wins another one here in the next few years, it's just going to be another one to add to the list I've seen in my life.
Exactly. I've seen 5.
That just
How
means,
many have you seen?
That just means you're old.
3.
Yeah, y'all are just old.
Oh, Luke's here. I forgot he was here.
Yeah.
Damn, you're quiet, dude.
Yeah, I can stay quiet.
Yeah.
Well, we're not talking about basketball, so Luke's irrelevant to this conversation.
It's a basketball school. Yeah, basketball school. Basketball school still couldn't beat North Carolina.
Oh, wait, we beat North Carolina. My bad.
What, in basketball?
Yes.
Which team was in the Final Four, though?
Hey, we beat you. That's all that matters.
Congrats on a win in January.
Man, see, the problem is so many people are so young here. And that's one of the problems. Most of you people look at it like even Clemson fans.
Well,
like,
hold on now.
Oh, we're winning. We're winning. We're still relevant. We're still relevant.
Hold on now.
But
no. Let me haven't seen Miami win anything.
Well, that's my point. You're like the girl. Like when you're growing up and you're in high school. So you're young. I'm assuming you're kind of young. So there was that girl in high school that like blossomed faster than the other ones, and you were like,
yeah,
everybody thought that's the hottest girl that I ever saw.
Yeah, I'm a sucker. I married that one.
Yeah.
Bullshit! That is bullshit!
No, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So then you go back to your 20th reunion and you look and you go, holy cow, that was Mary Jane Roddencrotch?
Mary Jane Roddencrotch.
That was the girl that everybody was after? That's Clemson. That's Clemson, and you're about to see that again.
Did you just say? Hold on now.
Definition fit Miami exactly.
Did you just say that Clemson was Mary Jane Roddencrotch from high school?
Exactly is where you're at now.
Damn, son.
You wanted to start a shit talking stream, so
I did.
I mean, wouldn't Miami be the definition of the girl that was hot 20 years ago?
Well, see, here's the problem, though, and this is where Alabama fans can't even make this claim. Miami's able to keep talking because Miami players continue to dominate in the NFL even once they leave college. Alabama fans can't even claim that because for this 15-year run they've been on, what have they put in the NFL other than turds?
Derrick Henry, Amari Cooper.
What has Amari Cooper? Derrick Henry is the only bright shining star in the NFL.
I think Amari
underachieved.
Amari Cooper is one of the best wide receivers in the league, man.
Marlon Humphrey.
Amari Cooper's still underachieved.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. He's a multi-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, what has Miami put out in the last 20 years?
Really?
Obviously,
we were talking about Frank Gore.
Obviously, you haven't been to Miami.
If you want to count the last 20 years, hell, they've had a Hall of Famer in the last 20 years. Since you want to go there.
Who?
Ed Reed. That's the last 20 years, bro.
They're going to have another one, too. One of my favorite players, a shout out to Miami for this one, is Greg Olson. He'll be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
How about 2010s? Yeah, Duke Johnson. That's about it.
Yeah, Ed Reed.
Talk about players that retired 6 years ago.
You said in the last 20 years. Don't go changing it now just because I can destroy that argument.
But hold on now. Forget all this whole
a player from 20 years ago.
Look, let's forget Hall of Famers and NFL players. This is a college football channel. None of that has anything to do with college football at all.
Nothing has anything to do with November 27th. We come in there and it changes to 7-6.
I don't understand the argument about NFL Hall of Famers or whatever. Look, some of the best college. Johnny Manziel is a perfect example of this. He was one of the best college football players in the past 20 years. Most exciting, Heisman winner, the whole thing. Fucking terrible in the NFL. So it's completely irrelevant.
But if Canton, Ohio was filled with dozens and dozens of Clemson players, you'd be throwing that up in every trash talk situation too.
Yeah.
So stop.
Hey, but regardless of that, Johnny Football was like the coolest thing ever to happen that happened in that time period.
Is that the greatest player ever to come out of Texas A&M?
I mean, he was.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Remember when they accused him of getting money and he showed up with all but like wearing rings and that new Mercedes and all that to the press conference?
He was
Johnny Manziel. He was awesome.
Yeah, how can you not though? I mean, yeah, he's a legend. I don't care what he did. He's a legend. Definitely. Same with Baker.
Yeah.
I mean, Baker was a legend too. I mean, the walk-on. He left Texas Tech, walked on in Oklahoma, won the Heisman, and then he got tackled by the police when he was drunk. I mean, that's an epic video too.
That policeman deserves a scholarship, by the way. That was a ridiculous tackle.
Yeah, he tackled better than any Oklahoma defender in the past 20 years. That's for sure.
Roughing the passer.
I don't know, man. It's it is. It's we had the ACC show last night. And Hurricane T2Y came in and ruffled the feathers a little bit. And it just reminded me, it is officially the off season, and that Miami fans are the easiest to rile up.
So you mean Hurricane T2Y came in there and chapped your ass last night?
Oh,
and you're still going on about it yet?
He didn't chap my ass. He went. He didn't talk shit to me.
He went for Pitt hard.
Yeah, he was going after Pitt in North Carolina. Not me.
I'm just trying to keep it going.
My point is, he reminded me that Miami fans are, and this is a double-edged sword. So, Miami fans are most delusional, but they're also some of the best people to trash talk with. So it's actually a compliment that I did this stream about Miami tonight. It's not I'm not dissing them.
The first 5 minutes until they start bringing up national titles and how they mean something about how good your team is today.
Well, of course, a North Carolina fan's going to say that when your team doesn't have any.
I mean,
I was about to say
today, so we have 17.
Oh, my bad. You're a Yale fan. My bad. Actually, Yale's got 27.
%90 of the Miami fans that clicked on this stream clicked off 2 seconds later, just because they were butthurt about the title. Other than you two, because you guys know me.
They clicked on it just to dislike.
Yeah.
Well, I have. I've got plenty of preparation aids to help with the butthurt. So.
I look forward to. I love this time of year.
It is fun. Everybody's undefeated in the off season.
Yep.
Everybody's going 15-0.
Everyone's on edge. It seems like. I'm not.
Everybody be on edge. It's a great day.
No, I'm not saying in this stream. I'm just talking about in general. Everyone's on edge right now.
Yeah, well, they'll get over it.
Yeah.
If not, then they'll get over it. It's about really your only two choices in life.
I had two options tonight. I could have either titled it. What did I title it? Let me look at it again. I can't remember what I titled it. Miami
34 to 26.
I titled it Miami Hurricans or Clemson Wannabes, which is, well, by the way, I didn't even know I titled it that, but that was an amazing title. But the other option was the Nut Hugger stream. And look who we got, a bunch of Nut Huggers in here on the stream and in the chat.
Man, I'm telling you, all you Clemson fans, you're gonna feel like that one that just wanted to be with that. You just wanted to be with that girl when you were in high school, and at your 20th reunion, you walked in there and said, "Who's the swamp donkey?" That's exactly how you're gonna feel. That's exactly how you're gonna feel.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what that feels like.
Isn't that most of the population of Clemson, South Carolina is a bunch of swamp donkeys?
Hell no.
Oh my God, have you ever been there? I got lost one time and I pulled off this. And I had to pull off and I ended up in this little podunk town and.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. This is where you're wrong. The whole town is the university, so there's the population of swamp donkeys throughout the entire state of South Carolina might be pretty high, but not there. Not there.
Yeah, and we all know that they got a stadium in a ditch, and they're so proud.
What is the date? What is the date of the game?
I don't know. It's the week before the. Oh, hold on. I'll look it up.
You can do it.
I know I can, but so can you. Why?
This is your show, man.
I know.
I'm just
Let me look up Miami's daddy against Miami's.
I mean, at least
November 19th.
So yes, the week before Thanksgiving, 19th.
I mean, it makes sense that you're Ohio State's daddy. You have a winning record against them. You don't have a winning record against us.
I know, but Ohio State's not in the ACC, so what am I supposed to say? All right. Okay. You're right. Clemson is not Miami's daddy. They are Clemson's illegitimate cousin.
We're 6-6, man. We're 6-6. So it all comes down to this.
What?
Traveling Fools, what's your record all time against North Carolina?
I don't know. We haven't played them that long, so you're probably better.
12
if
and
I
11.
had to guess. Yeah.
North Carolina's 12 and 11 against Miami.
How many natties have you won?
And that's North Carolina's claim to fame in football. They literally have nothing else.
Listen, I'm not saying we're a great football program all time. I'm just saying we might get the next national championship.
Yes, and that'll also be the day that Chess Hall drops 400 pounds overnight.
And I'm going to pan for gold in that shitty fucking crap out of his ass, too, because that ain't fucking happening.
Okay.
I thought Sam Howell was the greatest thing, since sliced bread at North Carolina football. And what did he do?
Yeah, just like Manny Diaz was a Florida man, was going to save the program.
I never wanted him. That's on record on YouTube.
See, Slim and I are on the same page there.
You can throw that at a lot of Miami fans on YouTube, but I ain't one of them.
Yeah, you can throw that at Slim and I both, because I've said from the over and over again, he was a stupid hire and a stupid fire. They should have never hired him, but they shouldn't have fired him when they did. That was just dumb all around.
if somehow you guys make it to Clemson in November, it'll be a good experience for you. You'll get to see a real college stadium and a real tailgating scene instead of what's going on down there in Coral Gables. I mean, it's worth the price of admission.
I'm going to be pretty sure you're going to have more fun in South Beach, Miami than you would in Clemson.
I'm sure
because of the University.
I'm sure I would have more fun in South Beach, but not at a football game.
Tailgating in Little Havana will beat tailgating in Clemson, South Carolina any day.
I doubt that.
I don't.
Yeah, you can tailgate with all 5 people at the game.
Well, I mean, considering I was in the Orange Bowl when it was sold out at 84,000 plus, there was a lot more than 5 people there.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
2000. Well, let's see. Last time I was there was 2003 or 4. We played the Gators.
Damn.
Hey, let me ask you this:
Is everything about Miami great 20 years ago? I mean, everything is 2003, 2002.
Let me ask you this: are y'all hearing a lot of feedback or no?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I can't tell where it's coming from. I hear it a little bit. Yeah.
Like a
it's coming from somebody. I don't know. I can't tell who it is. I think it might be coming from Slim. I'm not sure, but it's not that bad though.
No, it comes and goes. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't me.
I can't tell. I can't honestly tell who it's coming from.
Can you hear me clear?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I was making sure. Just making sure I wasn't wrecking your show.
No, you're fine. I wreck my show on my own, sir. I don't need your help. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for saying I'm fine too.
Yeah.
You're pretty cute yourself.
Yeah.
There, man.
Thank you.
So,
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Sorry, Mrs. Peete. Yeah, but so what was the date? November. You said 17th.
He said the 19th, I think. Yeah.
I thought it was the 20 something.
Well, you thought
You
wrong.
play Pitt on the 26th,
Okay, so November 19th, Pete.
and then you'll watch the ACC championship on December 3rd.
Well, yeah, of course. I'll watch Miami win again, but
The players can watch it, and that will players on.
I'm on a very long streak.
Will be in the game.
I'm on a very long streak of going to at least one Clemson game in Clemson every year. I don't want to lose that this year.
Slim, what's the likelihood you could make it to that game?
To the Clemson game?
Yeah, I know your wife. Congratulations. You know what I mean. Blah blah blah. I know that. So what's your
we'll see. We'll see Slim Shady walking in there with a newborn strapped to his chest with one of those book bags that you put your kid in. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I mean, at $400 a ticket, my chances of making it are 0.
They're not going to be $400.
If they're $400 a ticket, guess what? I won't be there either.
Clemson's going to be in the dumps by then. This is the end of the season. Clemson's going to be in the dumps. So they're going to be their radio stations are going to be like, oh, if you're the next caller, call on in. We're going to give it to the third caller that gets us on. Yeah, you win free tickets to the Miami Clemson beatdown. It's going to happen, and they're going to be giving them away. We'll win you some.
All right, so now that we're back to reality, that's not going to happen. But I don't think there'll be $400, even if both teams are undefeated. I mean, it depends on how good of a ticket you want, really. But
Give me $80.
I wish.
For a shitty ticket, I'll be able to get in the game.
No, man. No.
$100 a ticket.
Well, you also have to figure, too, that's probably somewhere around an 8-hour drive for me, too. Probably more than that.
When's Mrs. Slim Shady due? What's her due date?
Sometime in October.
All right, so you're gonna have a newborn at home. You might be wanting to get out of that house by the time that game comes around. You might pay $500 to get the fuck out of the house.
That's like the perfect. Hey, honey, I'm going out for milk and diapers. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm driving to Clemson to go get milk.
That's like the perfect runaway. It's like, Saturday about 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm gonna run to the old Walmart to grab some milk and diapers. I'll see you back here and we'll go to the game.
9 hours away.
No, I figured you would already be on a truck haul.
Well, Brennan, a divorce lawyer is a lot more expensive than Clemson tickets are. I'll tell you that.
Trust me, I know, Pete. Unfortunately, that is something I can tell you a lot more about than what you can say. But yeah, I know all about those.
Well, I mean, no offense to Miami.
I may be able to work something out and get my mom to sit over there with her for that weekend or something.
If you two end up going, I might have to ditch my wife too and just come up by myself. Mrs. Pete's probably listening. She's probably saying, you know what?
That is bullshit! That is bullshit!
Yeah, Pete, I don't see that happening in reality.
Well, I mean,
see, I think I'm only like 2.5 hours from Clemson. I think we can go 3 hours, maybe.
Well, here's the thing:
we can be there.
If you come without Mrs. Traveling Fools and Slim Shady comes without Mrs. Slim Shady, that will give me a reason to say, "Hey, it's a guy's trip."
Yeah, but I can guarantee you, just in reality, she's gonna want to go. Mrs. Traveling Fools is gonna want to go. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see how it goes. Here's what I will tell you: if we don't end up making it to Notre Dame, which is my number one goal, that's the game I want to go to. No disrespect to Miami, but Notre Dame's the game I want to go to because I've never been there. If for some reason we don't make it to that game, I will definitely make it a point to try to get to the Miami game in Tatertown, for sure.
Yeah, well,
we'll see.
It's nice to be second best sometimes.
Now, I have heard from people that have been to Notre Dame that the campus is wildly overrated and not worth the ticket prices. So take that how you will.
That's not going to deter me from wanting to go to South Bend. It's on my bucket list.
I'm sure it's a cool.
Everybody would love to go. I would love to go to South Bend.
Yeah, everybody wants to go see the Golden Dome and Touchdown Jesus. And
look, man, I'm Irish. I've got family members that graduated from Notre Dame. It's in the top 2 or 3 places I want to go before I die, and I might not live that much longer. Who knows? Have you seen me lately? I'm falling apart.
Now, I will quote Bernie Kosar. That's the most unchristian-like environment he's ever been in.
Well, that's a Catholic thing. I mean, Catholics they like to drink and cuss and do all kinds of shenanigans, man.
Yeah, we do.
We aren't Baptists.
Yeah, so I'm an Irish Catholic. So
yeah, me too.
And I grew up in Miami, and I went to Catholic school, so the nuns used to teach it. Then it was like a heated thing in Miami, especially in the 80s when it was the Catholics versus the convicts. And I'm growing up in school, and the nuns, the penguins, they'd come in there. They used to teach us we would have to sing 3 cheers for now it is math. We all can add and subscribe. Join us now as we do our drills, because timetables are the best. Yeah, they taught us that. We would have to sing math class in Notre Dame. The nuns were hardcore. It was a big thing in Miami back then.
Thank God for the military, and both of my parents ended up, moving to Charleston, South Carolina, and having me here and me growing up here. Because if it weren't for that, I probably would be a Golden Domer. I'm glad I'm not.
I'm not sure if we could be friends then.
Well, I'm not a Golden Domer, though. I'm a Tater man.
That's what I'm saying. If you were a Golden Domer, not so sure we could be friends.
Oh. Well, Tater man is not much better, sir.
But Slim, I still root for, because of growing up like that with nuns and priests and all, they're rooting for Notre Dame. I still, when Notre Dame's playing such and such team, I'm rooting for Notre Dame. I can't help it.
Well, okay, you're like 4 rungs down the ladder now.
I know, but I still love you. I still love you.
There's no way in hell that any Miami fan should be rooting for Notre Dame in any capacity whatsoever.
There really shouldn't be.
Ah, well, I've never joined a club, so
Yeah.
Everybody can hate me. Turn your YouTube drama on me.
Yeah, I know how
I'll
that.
ignore it.
I know how that feels.
Is that your stopwatch going off, Pete?
Yeah, it's my Fisher Price watch going off. Tell me it's midnight.
Pumpkin time.
Golden Blue Dude's in here.
Oh wait, I want to hear. I think he said earlier on his stream, and I might be wrong, but I think you need to bring him on and have him.
Well, he's welcome to come on. I mean,
explain this. No,
he spends more time explaining himself than he does anything else.
But I think he said earlier that he was predicting South Carolina to beat Georgia this year.
Look, man,
he's picking South Carolina to win 10 games.
He said this like 6 weeks ago. I got on him then about it. I was like, he thinks that South Carolina is going to win the East, and I said South Carolina might be lucky to be 4th place in the East. Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, and Kentucky all probably finish ahead of South Carolina. I don't know about Florida. We'll see about Florida, but winning.
I don't know about Florida.
But still, winning the East. I mean,
if you say the F word one more time, Georgia's going to show up. I'm just throwing it out there.
I'll do like what's her face from the Wizard of Oz. Click my heel 3 times.
Don't look in the mirror.
The SEC East, it's like a 3-way tie to figure out who the hell is going to be second in the East. It's either going to be South Carolina, Tennessee, or Kentucky. Who wants it more?
I'd love it to be
All right, so Golden Blue Dude says, yes, South Carolina will beat Georgia. False. That is bullshit. That is bullshit. Go fuck yourself, Wuhan Rage. He also says, I didn't say South Carolina will win the East. I just said they could. That's also fake news.
Bullshit!
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself. Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
No, and no.
Well, and how would South Carolina beat Georgia and not win the East?
Well, that's a great point, Luke.
A couple years ago after they lost to South Carolina.
I understand it's possible. I'm saying if they were actually good enough to beat Georgia, they should probably beat the rest of the teams in the East.
You guys remember 2 years ago when Mark Rogers said Kentucky was going to win the East? This is even crazier than that.
This is 1,000 times worse than that.
Yeah.
What I want to know.
Actually,
I'm
not going to say that's crazier because a couple years ago, South Carolina actually did beat Georgia, but Kentucky.
Yeah, and they missed a bowl game, sir. They only won like 4 games that year, and one of them was against Georgia.
No, I want to know why. I like Golden Blue Dude.
The rest of the team.
He's okay. Golden Blue Dude is a friend of mine. I like Golden Blue Dude, but why he throws these things out there and then comes into the comment section and will never actually come on and state his piece right here in front of us.
Well, because he's. I mean, it's.
Come on.
I wouldn't come on. It's 4 against 1 because he's. I mean, look, man, it's a ridiculous statement.
I'm not against. So count me out.
I'm not 100% convinced that he even believes that shit. I just think I don't know, man. I don't want to say something I shouldn't say. I like Golden Blue Dude.
I do too. I like Golden Blue too, but
I'm not sure that he really believes that. If you know what I mean.
Well, exactly, Pete. Listen, I've reached out to a bunch since we've been trying to find a flat earther.
Yeah.
So I've gone into this big rabbit hole. So I've got people I'm talking to now that are like dogman people and like.
Oh yeah. Oh, you talk to dogman people?
Dude, I'm ready to start on Saturday night. I'm ready to start at least a segment. I think we got. I'm not going to even say I think because until I can put it out there, I'm not going to talk about it. But we got to start bringing on people that are.
Sign me up.
I'm going to bring on freaks with.
Did I miss
conspiracy theories?
Did I miss the segue? Is Golden Blue Dude a flat earther?
No. Is he?
Golden Blue Dude is. Everything's flat in West Virginia.
Oh, that's not true at all. There's mountain men.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hold on now. Is he a flat earther? I might be missing something here too. Oh, okay.
I don't know.
All right, no, but so you're talking about you got dogmen and flat earthers on the line for later?
I'm talking to him, man. I'm building it up, Pete. We're gonna.
As soon as we started talking about dogmen and flat earth, the stream cut out. I don't know if it's still going or not.
I don't know.
You are buffering. I'm looking at you on my phone right now. Oh, we're back. We're back.
Yeah,
We're
mine's
back.
still going.
Oh, good.
Okay. No more talk about flat Earth or lizard people.
You two tried to take us down.
Reptilians or that JFK is still alive and Amelia Earhart.
You really are trying to get it shut down, aren't you?
What? Sorry, man.
You didn't see the picture of JFK hanging out with Tupac?
I mean, the likelihood that JFK is still alive is more probable than South Carolina winning the East this year. I mean, that's for sure.
Exactly. Elvis is gonna fly down from a spaceship and sing the national anthem at that game. You watch, it's happening.
Now, if they get an Elvis impersonator to sing the national anthem for that game, that would just be hilarious.
I'll do it for $50. Not well, but
Now
I'll do it.
You gonna be the young Elvis or the old Elvis?
Well, I'm already fat, so I guess I'll have to be that guy. Thank you very much.
Golden Blue, dude, I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to get in here and defend yourself.
I know the fact that we're kind of waiting on him, we baited him, kind of like Peete baited. I bet Slim Shady would have gone to bed at like 2 hours ago.
I'm not going to lie. I did bait the Miami people. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, you were out there shaking that jig, reeling that in.
Oh,
like you was fishing, man.
Absolutely, it worked. I'm supposed to have been asleep already. I've got to get up at 3:30 in the morning.
Listen, man, this ain't my first rodeo. I've been doing this for a while. I know when to. I know how to do it, but I mean, it's like I said, it's a compliment to Miami fans in my eyes. You know, because I know that there's Miami fans out there that will get triggered and come defend themselves. I'm not saying you guys were triggered. But maybe
now he's calling us triggered. I see where this is going.
He's like, I'm not calling y'all triggered, but I am calling Miami fans triggered. Y'all are Miami fans.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is like that, two-sided compliments. Pete's throwing out the two-sided compliments. Two-faced compliments, I guess is what they're called. Yeah. Okay, we'll see. November. We're 6-6. You can talk all the smack you want, but after that, it's on.
Well, let me ask you a question. If I would have put Duke in the title instead of Miami, how would that have worked out for your boy here?
Is there any Duke fans on YouTube?
Well, you just answered my question.
Is there any Duke fans anywhere?
I mean, I've only come across one Vanderbilt fan.
They are not great.
Well, they exist, but they're like those weirdos that aren't. They're watching flat Earth videos on YouTube.
Well, they're actually Alabama fans, but they turn into Duke fans during basketball season.
Oh, okay. You know what?
Oh, look who's here!
With a guy in high school that was like that.
Okay. Golden Blue, dude. First of all, I would like to thank you for coming on and not running and hiding, which I know you wouldn't do that anyway.
Yeah, I always try to answer the bell.
Yeah. Man, you've been under.
First of all, sir, are you a flat earther?
No, I am not.
Okay, thank God.
I don't understand people that are. That makes no sense.
So what you're saying is you don't believe that space is fake?
No, I do not.
Right. All right. Well, I'm glad we established that. Now.
Wait, Kenny's cutting in. Anybody who's seen the Eastbound and Down. So wait, now that we've established you are not a flat earther.
Yep.
And we know all your credibility is lost at this point. Please go on, sir.
Oh, that's fine. So what do you want me to go on about?
Well, I guess what got us, wanting to bring you on in the first place was your opinion on the SEC East and South Carolina in particular.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I am predicting South Carolina to beat Georgia. I think South Carolina has done really well in the transfer portal. They're number 7 right now. I think Georgia takes a massive step backwards this year. They lose all but 3 of their starters on defense. I know they'll have a decent offense, but South Carolina will have a better offense. It's in Columbia, and it's just one of those years that I have that feeling. The last time I had this feeling was 2019, and South Carolina did it.
Okay,
They won
you do
3 games to
realize
beat Georgia in one of them.
you do realize that Georgia has recruited in the top 5 almost every year Kirby's been there.
No, he actually has.
And they also have 2 first-round picks still on that defense.
I do realize that.
Compare that to whatever.
Confidence in their defense than I would their offense.
Let me ask. This is a valid question. Are you basing this solely on the fact? Where's that game being played? Is it in South Carolina? Is that why you're saying that?
It is in Columbia.
It's in Columbia.
Yes, but that's not the main reason. I mean, it helps. I just think South Carolina's done a lot of great things in the offseason, and I like what Shane Beamer's done.
Yeah.
I also would not say that South Carolina's offense is better than Georgia's.
No.
I think Georgia could run the ball every play with South Carolina knowing it and still put 35 on them.
I think it's close.
You know what I'm curious about, Golden Blue Dude? If you think that South Carolina is good enough to beat Georgia, then why wouldn't South Carolina just demolish the entire East? I mean, why? What's that one particular game that you're hanging your hat on? Like, let me ask you this: what's South Carolina's record going to be overall, and what's their record going to be in the East?
See, that's the thing. Okay, so I'm predicting South Carolina to beat Georgia, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's tough to predict them to win the East because this year Tennessee's going to be good. And even though South Carolina, I think, will beat Georgia, I think Georgia will still be good, and Kentucky's going to be good. So even though I'm picking that upset, because it's going to be an upset, Georgia's going to be favored. We all know that. It's hard to pick South Carolina straight up because they also have some tough road games. I mean, they have at Arkansas. They have at Kentucky. I know the road trip to Clemson doesn't count towards the East, but they got some tough road games in their SEC slate. So
where's the Texas A&M game at?
It's at home, and I think South Carolina wins that one too. And I know, they've never beaten Texas A&M, but I don't think Jimbo's a very good coach. I know last year he beat Alabama, but then somehow.
Well, hold on now. Look, sir. Why comparing Jimbo Fisher to a Shane Beamer? You think Shane Beamer's a better coach based on what than Jimbo Fisher? I mean, there's no sample size there to compare those two together.
That's true. I don't know if he's a better coach. What I'm saying is I don't think Jimbo's a good coach. I think he's a good recruiter, but I don't think he's a good coach.
Well, hold on. You also think that Georgia can beat, or that South Carolina can beat Georgia and Texas A&M, but you're not sure about Tennessee and Kentucky?
Yeah, what about Tennessee? That's good. That's a good point, Luke. Thank you.
What about Clemson?
Well, Clemson.
No, they're not beating Clemson.
No, of course not.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say this: if he's right, and South Carolina can beat Texas A&M, Miami's gonna go to College Station and absolutely obliterate them.
I wouldn't say obliterate, but I think Miami has a shot. I mean, Miami's done some good stuff in the offseason.
No, you're missing my point. South Carolina is an absolutely atrocious team, and if South Carolina can beat Texas A&M, we're going to go in there and obliterate them.
I feel like.
Well, you never know with Texas A&M. One day they beat Alabama, the next day, 4 losses to teams they shouldn't have lost to.
And a vast overachievement by a first-year head coach that took over a dumpster fire program last year, and Shane Beamer. A shout out to Shane Beamer winning 6 games in the regular season and then beating North Carolina in the bowl game. That was a vast overachievement. But you know what I think it is? I think that everybody's hanging their hat on Spencer fucking Rattler, who got benched at Oklahoma. He's coming to South Carolina from the Big 12. Couldn't score there, but now he's going to come into the SEC, and all of a sudden he's going to light the world on fire. I have a hard time believing that. I think that's the reason people are hanging their hat on South Carolina is based on an unproven quarterback who's got the ego bigger than his fucking head.
Well, you can also just say they won 7 games. You don't have to bring up North Carolina every time.
Well, I mean,
yes, you do.
It is, but okay.
And it's not just Spencer Rattler. He's
North Carolina guy. How long have you been here?
He's been in here.
About the whole time, I guess.
So go ahead.
Sorry.
Go.
Sorry, moving on. GBD, keep going.
Oh yeah, I was saying that Spencer Rattler isn't like the reason. It's like piling it on. He's part of the reason. I think South Carolina has more talent than what they did last year, and Spencer Rattler was great in his freshman year, but last year he struggled. But so did Caleb Williams. Oklahoma had a bad offensive line. So the big thing that I need to look into is how good South Carolina's offensive line is. But I think it's going to be better than Oklahoma's from last year, no matter what. How much better? I don't know.
I don't know if this is a troll comment. Fish and Football says Spencer Rattler is going to be good. He just is, and he is a Florida Florida man. I don't know if he's trolling or not, because I don't know what anybody's basing that on. If we're going off of his stars in high school, then guess what? DJ is going to be good too, because he was a 5-star also. Why are you giving him a pass and not DJ?
Well, on the same token, Spencer Rattler was also amazing in his freshman year, and so we're basing.
He was all right. I wouldn't say amazing.
Spencer Rattler are basing on the bad performances from last year. So there's two sides of the coin there.
Did Spencer Rattler face even any defense in the entire Big 12 that was even ranked in the top 50?
No.
I would not know the answer to that.
Well,
West Virginia. Yeah, West Virginia was definitely top. I think West Virginia was top 20 that year, actually. That was when we had.
No, we're talking about last year, sir.
Take me home.
West Virginia was West Virginia. Well, I'll give you that.
We were a top 5 defense. In
Top
2020,
5?
So yes. Yep.
God damn.
Look it up.
Top 5 in the Big 12 or top 5 in the country?
Passing defense, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
So how did that game go for him? I don't remember that how it went.
Oklahoma pretty much owned us.
Okay.
Yep. They've pretty much owned us. Well, not pretty much. They've straight up owned us since we joined the Big 12.
Whose offense do you think was more talented? Last year's Oklahoma offense or 2022 Gamecock offense? Aside from Spencer Rattler, I'm talking about the rest of the players.
So 21 Oklahoma versus this year's South Carolina.
Yes.
Probably 21 Oklahoma, except for the offensive line. Look, the bottom line is, and this is the big wild card, is that offensive line. If he's not back there running for his life, then he's going to have a great year. But if he is back there running for his life, then South Carolina's in for a very long year.
Yeah, but it's a statistical certainty that South Carolina's offensive line is worse. Is at very least not as talented as Oklahoma's.
Yeah, Oklahoma had talent, but they, for whatever reason, they did not come together. They had one of the worst offensive lines in the Big 12.
If you watch the South Carolina spring game, though, I mean, Spencer Rattler had to get rid of the ball really quick. He didn't have a whole lot of time. I'm just not sold. I think Shane Beamer is Derek Dooley 2.0. Personal opinion.
That would be bad.
I don't know about that.
I might be completely wrong about this thing, but I'm going by what South Carolina gained. I expect them to take a step forward, and I think Georgia takes a step backwards.
Well, both of those things can be true, and South Carolina could still not be in Georgia's league.
Let me tell you something, sir. Last year, Clemson took a massive step backwards, according to every college football fan outside of this city of Clemson. All I heard for 6 weeks leading up to that game was Clemson sucks, South Carolina's good. It's going to be this is going to be the year South Carolina beats Clemson. It's in South Carolina. Every pundit on TV, every YouTuber, anybody that watches football,
including you
probably, Golden Blue Dude, picked South Carolina to beat Clemson.
Huh?
Did you?
I said you can go back and watch the tape. I predicted Clemson by at least 2 touchdowns.
Okay, well, there you go. Well, good for you. But everybody else, though, And what was the outcome of that? It wasn't even just a Clemson won. It was an absolute embarrassment.
Yep.
Destroyed them.
Well, you
now,
can just Mr. Pigskin Pete, you can just wait till November 19th, and you will see what an absolute embarrassment is going to happen. We're going to come in there. The Miami Hurricanes are going to come in there, and we're going to take the rock with us and probably smoke it on our way in our Ubers on our way back to our our dorms.
I do believe that Miami fans would attempt to smoke an actual rock, but they wouldn't succeed at doing that. But
hey guys,
no, that would be Florida fans.
Anyway,
I'm gonna get out of here, but I'll leave y'all with this. All right. Last year, I got laughed at for predicting Kentucky to finish in the SEC East because they were coming off a 5-6 record. Most people were predicting Florida to do that. I said, no, Kentucky's going to do it. That's what happened. I absolutely got laughed at for predicting Stanford to upset then number 14 USC. In fact, Lou said I must be addicted to losing money whenever I made that prediction. Same thing when I predicted Stanford over Oregon and South Carolina over Auburn. So I'm used to being.
There's a big difference between Stanford over Oregon and Georgia over South Carolina. Those two programs are so far apart in talent right now. It's not even funny, man.
Wait a minute. Who predicted Florida to do anything good last year outside of nobody?
A lot. Because they were coming off a decent 2021, and Kentucky came off.
No, that's exactly why everybody said Florida was going to do bad, because they lost 90% of their offense.
And everybody
That's
got
not what I was
in
hearing.
that Oklahoma game.
And that's why I got laughed at saying Kentucky was going to finish second, because they were coming off 5-6.
Florida did one game better than I predicted them to do.
Because here's the thing, I warned Florida fans after that absolute mocking that Oklahoma gave them in that New Year's Six Bowl, and they're like, "Well, we weren't playing our full strength. You'll see, Florida. We'll be fine. We'll be fine." I'm like, guys, you saw the Florida team that you're going to have in 2022, and that's what it's going to be like.
I mean, if you're taking the word of Florida fans saying everybody's saying they're going to be good, of course Florida fans are going to say Florida's going to be good.
Hey, y'all just tell me, since Pete chickened out, y'all just tell me where I need to put my 2,000 rupee bet.
What are you talking about, Pete chickened out of what?
Oh, November 19th. You're so scared, running backed into the corner.
I don't even know what you're talking about, dude.
Yeah, what about run, guys? Y'all have a good show.
All right, thanks, Golden Blue, dude. I appreciate it.
Thanks for clearing that up.
I'm not sure I learned anything from him coming on. I appreciate him coming on, but I don't understand where he's coming from. But whatever. I mean, picking one sort of like upset in the Pac-12 against Stanford and fucking Oregon has nothing to do. It's not even close to picking an upset against South Carolina against Georgia, the way these two teams are right now.
Also, picking Kentucky second in the East was not a bold prediction in last offseason.
It really wasn't.
No.
Because I'm pretty sure I picked the same thing.
And just going back to what he was saying, one decent transfer portal class, one decent recruiting class does not make you compete with Georgia. It's going to take years and years of good recruiting classes consistently to compete with a Georgia or an Alabama.
And was it even that good? I mean, where did they finish?
Who?
South Carolina.
In recruiting?
Yeah.
I think they did really well in the portal. I think they ended up like 6th.
Yeah, recruiting. High school people. That's another thing.
No.
I'll look it up right now.
That's another thing.
I think they got that one girl from Hooters to join their cheerleading squad.
This is the other thing. This is the other thing.
Go Gamecocks. Go Gamecocks.
I might need
I'm all
the SEC.
I might need to do another Pigskin Pete walk and talk video about things that irritate me, because the whole thing now is everyone's arguing over recruiting rankings based on transfers. I do not include transfers in the recruiting.
Well, if you include transfers, they're 23rd in the country.
Okay, what about without transfers?
25th.
Oh, well.
And you can't really soberly pick South Carolina to win the East because they lost to a Tennessee team. And I know South Carolina's not going to win the same thing. They lost to Tennessee by 25 points.
Well, he wasn't predicting South Carolina to win the East.
Oh, he wasn't. Okay, I could.
Yeah.
I think I got that
Well,
misconstrued with what was in the
he
comments
did.
as well. But
He didn't predict it, but he said that they possibly could.
He said it's a possibility.
Yeah.
But he was talking about how they're going to beat Georgia, but he's talking about how it's going to be tough for them to beat Kentucky and Tennessee.
Yeah. That's exactly.
Yeah.
Well, see, there's.
I mean, are we in the fucking Twilight Zone?
and I'll be honest. I mean, I'm a Tennessee fan, and I'm excited about where 7th in the country. And I know that's not any given. That's not guaranteed. But I know it's going to take 2 or 3 of those recruiting classes before competing with Georgia. Maybe 2.
I don't know what's going on. Can you guys hear me? God damn it. I don't know what's going on. Can you guys hear me? Oh, they can't hear me. How am I still on? What the fuck? I can't get back on StreamYard. It won't let me back on there. I mean, I'm still in OBS, which is weird. Hold on. Yeah, all right. You know what? I don't even. You know what? What time is it? It's 12:30. Here's the deal, folks. I don't know what happened with StreamYard. StreamYard dropped. Probably because I don't pay for it. They probably kicked me off that motherfucker. They said your time's up, motherfucker. Time for you to go.
That is bullshit! That is bullshit!
So I apologize to all my guests. Thank you to all my guests, man. What an amazing show tonight. Shout out to the Miami people. Slim Shady, Traveling Fools, everyone else that came on. It was a great show. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow. No shows, no live shows tomorrow. I'll be back Friday night at 10 p.m. for another amazing and fantastic live call-in show with me and your boy Tiger Baskins. I think that Tiger Baskins will be on this week. I don't know what happened to him last week. But anyway, I'll see you guys all then. Again, thank you to all the people that showed up in the comment section and on the StreamYard, and all the people that sent in donations as well. I could not do the show without you, nor would I want to. So, all right, guys, I'll see you guys soon. Sorry for the abrupt sort of ending there. I don't know what happened with StreamYard, but it wouldn't let me back on it. Anyway. All right, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Your boy, Pigskin Pete, is checking out.